Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Priyandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sagana Vavatu Sagano Punaktu Sagaviriyam Karavavakai Tejasvina Vadidamastama Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvaraya Mritve Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketas Jaya. Good morning. We are in the second Valli of first Adhyaya of Kathopanishad. Having listened to Nachiketas, who insisted to know the nature of being after the death as his third boon, Lord of Death, immensely pleased by his request, is starting to impart the knowledge that he wanted. What was the knowledge he was asking? Nachiketa wanted to know whether one lives after death or not. If one is not existing after the death, then what is the point of papa and punya? What's the point of doing yagyas? There is no heaven. So if there is heaven and hell, I mean there is an experience awaiting. For the experiencer in me, the sentient being in me, must exist after the death. So that is very clear. So the question he asked is not because he is not confident that there is life after death, but he wants to know what is the real nature of that being. Swarupam, the essential nature of the being. What is that? See, death is something we are afraid of. The fear comes in. Why? The fear comes in because principally that we are giving up everything that we have, all the money, property, all the loving relationship we are going to leave. But if you're a little bit mature and you think all this came, therefore they have to go. So this is not something which is going to hurt me more. So that grief is one part, but it is not insurmountable. But there's a fear. What am I going to be? What am I going to be? Because I do not know in which form I'm going to be. So this is a fear. So the question Nachiketan therefore asking is, unless I know the form I'm going to be in, I will have the fear. Therefore, give me abhayam. Give me that knowledge. Give me that Atma Vidya. That's what he's asking for. Nachiketa's father, when he is doing all this yajnam, what did he do? He's giving away everything except his lineage. There's the exception in this Vedic karma. In the Vishwajit Yajnam, you give away everything, but you don't need to give away your putra. Why? Because the putra is a guarantor to ensure your passage towards the other worlds. Why is that? In this world, when I am around, I survive by eating food, drinking water, nurturing my body, using the body to experience it. But when I die, this body is not going to come with me. So what is propelling me is my prana. The prana, when it's in the body, it is making me to feel thirsty, making me to feel hunger. Therefore, I look for gross form of food. But when I am dead, and if my prana is taking my jiva, the, the sentient part which is going to experience a different world, the prana's nature is consumption of energy, therefore it needs water, food. But that has to be subtle in nature. So how am I going to get this subtle food? So I am in this earth, in the children, I choose the son as my lineage. I give him my will. Because in these days, this context is not understood. Therefore, we talk about the equality and all that. That's all fine. But in those Vedic times, the daughter is given away in Kanyadhan and lots of gifts given to her. But the essential heritage of the family and the properties and the land is given to the son, not as a donation, but as a rinam, as a debt to him. What is it he has to do? Nurture it, enjoy it, but ensure you give a process from this in dhanas, in tarpanas, in sthithis, in shraddhas, so that the ancestors can get comfort in that transition to the other worlds. That's why Putra was important. But the Vedanti, Nachiketas know all this. He offered himself and said, look, I got this and I got these two boons, all those things for the parents. And then Nachiketa Agni for the right way of doing it. But this fear of the passage after death is what is worrying you, worrying me, worrying everybody else. Let that be the third boon. That's what he asked for. So the third boon, Bhagavan says, I'll give it to you. But he didn't give it immediately like the other two boons because this is like a surgical knife. You can't give it to a child. The Atma Jnanam, why is a surgical knife? Because it is going to negate whatever we saw as a reality in this world. It is going to bring upside down of your understanding of the world. You become the center to the world. You meaning the real you in you, which you do not know yet. So this has to be handled properly. You need to have Chitta Shuddhi, Drada Buddhi, Ekagram. So it is given all those practices that you cultivate to bring the mind as pure as possible. And you do that. Now, has Nachiketas got that mind yet? How come now Lord of Death is going to give this value to him? You're going to see in the first four mantras the path Nachiketas chosen, the next 7 or 8 mantras, why that is a gracious stuff. Then after verse 13, we are going to see the Atma Jnana Vicharam. What did Nachiketas choose? This is going to come from the first verse. Bhagavan says, Anyashreyo Anyadu Daiva Preha Te Ube Nana Te Purusham Sinitaha Tayo Shreyaha Atatanasya Sadhu Bhavati Hyete Artatya U Preyo Vnite. Before we look at the Patartham, the context is we are continuing from what we discussed in the last class. In this world, one chooses to live in one or the other margas. There are only two ways you can live. It depends on the one of the other two goals that you choose. What is that you choose? Shreyas or Preyas. Preyas means sukham. That makes you happy, that you feel giving joy to you, to your senses, to your mind, to your intellect. That is sukham. Preyas. The preyo marga is also called prayas. The way, the action that you do to achieve prayers is also called prayers. Understand? So, why this is a very unique way, only way, or one of the two ways I would rather say, as Vedas declare, because the prayers you achieve in this world comes and goes. Sukham comes, sukham goes. Is it not? If you take a step back and see what I'm doing in this world, I'm doing many things. I learn, I work, and do so many things. I build relationship. All that to bring me happiness, sukham in me. Therefore, I am seeking prayers, and whatever I'm doing is prayers. Pravritti marga. Vivekananda says, Pravritti is in a very nice way, in a beautiful way. He says, anything that is centered around you, if I do it, me as a center, believe me, that's what we do. As a child, when you are just born on the first 1 year, 1.5 years, you are a Sugha Brahman. You don't have the I consciousness. You are always happy. The cry comes as an impulse of hunger and thirst. The fear starts coming once the child knows it is my mommy, my father, my daddy, my body. The moment mamakaram comes in, kankaram comes in, bhayam comes in, then you start sukham as outside object, you look for it. So we are all grown-up children, are we? So we have bhayam, sukha comes elsewhere. So we search for it. So we get attain a sukham, you're happy, the sukham goes away. Oh, it's gone. Okay, you attain again, goes away. You try again, goes away. So comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. And you keep on doing. This pravritti is pravritti marga. Well, I am not doing it for myself. I work hard, make money for my family. It's not just for me. But if you think about it, I do for my family because when my family is happy, I am happy. When the child is smiling, I am smiling. So, because that makes me happy, I do it. If I'm not happy serving my family, I won't serve. So, all the pravritti margam, whether you do it for you or you for your family, if it is going to give you happiness and that is the motivation of it, that is prayers. Pravritti margam. Nothing wrong. Vaidika margam is also pravritti margam. Papa punya, prayers. I want to go to Swarga, prayers. I want to reach Bhagavan's feet, prayers. I want to be a Nitya Suri, prayers. I want to do Dana Dharma to attain Punyam, prayers. I organize Maharudra, it gives me happiness, prayers. I come to the satsang and listen to these lectures because these lectures untangle my doubt. I get intellectually better. I can write my thesis better. Prayers. You cannot have prayers and Shreyas together. You cannot say, look, Shreyas is spiritually progressing, right? What is this Shreyas? What is this prayers? Prayers is Sukham. Shreyas is Idam. Hitam means Shreyas. What gives you goodness? Satyam vata. Priyam vata. Priyam be Hitam vata. So, you are diabetic, I'm coming and seeing you. You like laddu, I bring laddu. I say, you like laddu. And Satyam, because you like laddu. Have laddu, Priyam, I make you happy. But what I'm doing, I am tarnishing your health. It's not hitam. I come back and say, look, hey, you cannot have sugar. You're diabetic, aren't you? Don't take sugar. It's bad for you. I bought this capsules, this kashayam, drink it. Hitam. You may not like it. Shreyas. Even you liking laddu is not satyam. It's mithyatvam. We talk about mithyatvam later. But it is not eternal truth because laddu once, enjoy laddu two, super, laddu three, super, super, super. Laddu four, laddu five, disgusting. So laddu is delightful, is gone. It's not satyatvam. So when I tell you that it is not good for you, Shreyas is always leading towards the truth. What is good for you? That is Shreyas. Coming to satsang is not Shreyas. I come spend 2 hours in satsang. Good thing I'm doing. Then I do some prayers. Cannot mix and match. Now we think. No. You either do prayers or you do Shreyas. They are two different. So that's what he says. Anya Shreyo, Anyatu Daiva Prayer. Shreya is Anyat. Prayer is Anyat. They are two different things. Nanarte Purusham Sinita. They take you into different directions. Purusham Sinitaha, it ties you in that path. If you take Shreyas, Shreyas will give you this is the path to go, and you go in that path. You have no other choice. Here, binding means mandated on you. Priya means there's a path. If you want to go to Swarga, do this Ashtamedha Yagyam. You do the Annadanam, Shevas, Dharma, Punya. Only way. You want to go to Moksha, Jnana Vicharam. Atma Jnana Vritti. Only way. So, in respective ways, they bind you. But this Shreyas, the moment we are seeking Shreyas, knowing the difference, Shreyas is different from Shreyas. Shreyas is for attaining temporal happiness. Shreyas is for the eternal happiness. Therefore, it is moksha sadhanam, muktihi. So anything I do, I must do with the way to liberate myself. Therefore, I need Shreyas. Now, if that is understood, and then if you raise questions, if you create interest, and if you seek path to attain Shreyas, you will be blessed with a guru, for sure. Until then, you have a lot of teachers coming and guiding you to achieve Putrakameshiyagam, Chandi Homam, Ganapati Homam, all the Punya Karyas. Nice people. The moment you seek Shreyas, Atma Jnana Vritti starts, Atma Guru comes. In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, he blabers a lot of things. In the first chapter, he says, killing is sin, you cannot kill. How can you say, Krishna, are you out of your mind? All the kind of thing he says. Then he utterly confused. He says, Nacha Shreyo Anupashyami Hatva Swajanam Ahave. Ahave means the battlefield. Swajanam Hatva. By killing the Atma, killing all those people, Sarvajanam, Swajanam, all the people and my own consciousness, killing everything else. Na Anupashyami. I don't get Shreya. See, Arjuna is asking for Shreyas because he does say, Na Kankesha Vijayam Krishna, Nacha Rajyam Sukantri. So I may achieve the Rajyam by winning. So what is the Sukha in it? So without realizing, Arjuna is saying, the prayers I don't want. Prayers is this emperorship and kingdom. What is the Shreyas? What is the goodness in me? So you can see, once he attained that point in the deliberation that I need Shreyas, subsequent chapter he makes some more question and he surrenders. Because once the Shreyas comes into mind, that seeking of Shreyas will make you surrender. What does surrender means? Surrender means not, people take surrendering means defeat. Why should I surrender to you? Surrender is not defeat. Surrender is transfer of responsibility. Like a child holds daddy's hand and crossing the road of traffic. What does the child do? Enjoys everything. What does the father do? He is very careful. The car is coming, bus is coming. Because he got a responsibility to take you to the other side. The one who got the responsibility takes care of your progress. When you surrender, you enjoy life. Even the utter traffic chaos is fun to you because you are holding daddy's hand. When you hold the divine feet of the guru, the teacher, in surrender, that means you think that you don't do anything. Guru does it. Ishvara does it. I just witnessed this. That is surrender. That surrender happens because what is the difference? When the war, when the king is defeated, he surrenders, he takes his crown, puts it down. What does it mean? That means this crown which makes me the king, no more I am the king. So I give my kingdom, kinghood, my egoity, my sense of understanding of myself, I give it away. So what is the crown that we are wearing? First, maybe I say, I'm the senior vice president or something. I am a manager, whatever. Come down. Is I, Nam, Aham. That is the Mokutam I wear. I did that. I know it. I. Your name is also I. My name is I. Within the pseudo names of Ramesh, Mahesh, Bala, Krishna, Govinda, I is our name, our crown. I give it away. I surrender. Namo Namaha. Namaha means what? Na Mamaha, not mine. Swami. Swami means the Lordship. He owns it. Namaha, not Namaha is once is prayer. Other one is not mine. I surrender myself. That is seeking Shreyas. So how does the transition happen from prayers to Shreyas? I cannot do both because he says, Tayoho, between those two, Adadhanasya sadhu bhavati. When Tayoho Shreya, if you choose of these two, if you choose Shreyas, how do you choose it? Adadhanasya. Very beautifully analyzed, critically analyzed Vivekam, Vairagyam. Oh, this is the right thing to do. Nitya, Nitya Vastu Vivekam. This is the eternal happiness. This is the right path to go. Having decided, and if you choose Shreya, like Arjuna is asking for, all this kingdom has no use to me. What is the Shreyas? What is the goodness? He doesn't know what the goodness is. The Shreyasam is a Mokshitvam, Moksham. He doesn't know it. But he knows that this is whatever he sees in the world is not. See, samsaram is manasa tapaha. It's not having a family is samsara. The agitation, the mind is samsara. Liberation from this is moksham. So, if I choose this Shreyas as my path to pursue, then he attained Sadhu Bhavati, Shivam Bhavati, auspiciousness comes in. Vashakara says Sadhu means Shivam. Moment you choose Shreyas, you attain Shivoham, you attain Ishvara Tattvam. Aham Brahmasmi, realization comes in. You become liberated. If not, Yaha Vrinite, one who chooses other part, what happened to him? He is hiyate you arthaya hiyate. He will lose out the supreme goal of liberation. Because the paths are different. If it is different, I have to be a different approach for both. Because each approach binds in one particular path. The binding has to be taken not in a negative way. It means it mandates you. So if I have to do this, attain this glory, I need to Chandihomam. Chandihomam requires this dravyas. I must do it. Rituals, I must do it. Exactly as is proposed. Otherwise, you won't get it. You cannot say, look, all this is just for namesake. No, you won't achieve it. But can I not do it for attaining this benefit and also as call it as Shreyas? No. Shreyas means you will not do it for your self-centered view of happiness because this happiness is temporal. So how do I move from this prayas to Shreyas? I must take sannyasam then because the nivritti margam is sannyasa margam. I don't want to be a sannyasi yet. I'm not qualified yet. Maybe some janma, prarabdha karma takes me to sannyasam, that's fine. I cannot force. So all those who take sannyasam by force, they choose a lifestyle to search for the truth. It is not a blessing and bestowed upon them in that sense, but it is the path they choose. The true sannyasam is giving away the true ownership of one being. What does it mean? Now I'll tell you from Gita how Bhagavan teaches. He labors this point. He wanted Shreyas, Arjuna. Shreyas is not just running away, doing what you ought to do. What is this? To fight, to kill, to go to job, to get salary, to build the house, to nurture the children. Yes, but you change it. That karmas that you ought to do, the right thing that you ought to do with the right attitude. What is it, Anna? Yes, the karmas should become a karma yoga. Yoga means here the approach in which you do the action. Right task, right attitude. You choose the right task. Dharma you should do. What is prescribed to you, what you should not be doing, you should not do. Now, when I do it, I should have a bhavana, an approach. And what is the approach? That it is not I do. It's not I achieve it. See, Arjuna can take the arrow and aim it to Vidura, to Drona or the Duryodhana. He can choose the target. He can choose the arrow. It's his liberty. But once he let the arrow go, the arrow's trajectory may change. Wind may accelerate, decelerate. The intensity of the arrow's force may drop. So there are so many factors involved in the final result. Therefore, while Arjuna can take a certain climb that he's got the adhikaratvam to release the arrow, the outcome is not his. I can go to job, do all the work. I can program it for the rocket to launch. I don't know what actually happens when it happens. So if I take the outcome, therefore, as intervention of God, for Ishvara Prasad, then my bhavana changes. Right job, right attitude. Right attitude means I don't feel that I do it. I just execute it as I'm supposed to do. The outcome is Ishvara Prasad. Because it's Ishvara Prasad, I must accept it, come what may. Failure, success, pain, pleasure. No, like the Chetna's laddu will be put in the shelf because you don't want to eat. It's a sweet. But it's Tirupati laddu, it goes to your eyes. Reverence. Ishvara Prasad. So you are able to accept as it comes. So your approach to life changes, become a karma yogi. It's very simple, right? There is nothing to learn karma yoga. Just change your attitude. Choose the right thing to do. So right from this class, now when you get out, when you do anything, think about it. Is it the right task? Dharma, right? Yes, one. Is it I am the one supposed to do it? Is it prescribed to me? I do it. Then have I got all the right approach, right thing to do? I do it. Once it is done, whatever happens, I accept it. I don't analyze it anymore. Karma yoga. Slowly, slowly you do karma yoga, you become immune to the outcome. You become balanced person. You do the karma pala tyagam. Yeah. It doesn't mean when I do the work, the salary is not, I'm not accepting it. Salary is a debt the employer pays. I give job and he pays back. It's a transaction. That should happen. That's a contract. But if I have a feeling that I have done this job, therefore I must get that reward, that recognition, that fame, that's a privilege you're exercising it. That you must sacrifice because you didn't complete it. It's Ishvara Prasad. That's the subtle difference of karma and karma yoga. Arjuna thought, I understand very well, but Krishna, you talked about Atma Jnanam, sannyasam, giving up everything, nivritti margam. Can I not jump to that straight away? Like the bright class, the bright student asks. The teacher gives you a deliberate path to go slowly, certain process, and some bright boy will say, teacher, I can take the shortcut, I can run. Arjuna says, I can take sannyas. Bhagavan says, no, you don't understand. Karma to karma yoga, your first step. It take a long time for you to do that. Achieve karma yoga, and then you will achieve karma sannyasa. Arjuna wanted to go to karma sannyasa straight. Sannyasa means giving up. Karma sannyasa means giving up the task and renunciate and go around. Said, no, that's not karma sannyasa. Karma sannyasa means, karma yoga means you do with right attitude. You don't take up privileges of doing the job. You don't have the right on the output. You still do it. You know you are doing it. The karma sannyasam is not that you don't do it. And nothing can not do anything. Everything has to do it. Even if you go to the Rishikesh or any ashram, you go and see the sannyasis, the great sannyasis, Mahatmas. It's not that they don't do nothing. They get up, they do the nitya karmas, they teach the student, they write books, they give discourses. In fact, they have a bigger samsara than us. That so many disciples go to them and seek their solace and comfort. So they have the karmas. So karmas, you cannot get away with this. But karma sannyasam, in karma yoga, you do karma pala tyagam. That's what karma yoga is. Karma sannyasa means you do the tyagam of kartrutvam. The doership you sacrifice. You understand? Karma yogam, when the karma pala tyagam happens, the outcome you sacrifice. Karma sannyasam, the doership you sacrifice. You don't think I am doing it. Hey, you can see me, I'm doing it. You may see me doing it, but I don't feel I'm doing it. I'm just being an instrument to this. How do you understand this? Sun gives light. I told the example many times. I receive light from sun. If I'm receiving, somebody must be giving. So sun is giving. Does sun really gives light? Sun is there, light is there. Because sun is light. The tree is there, fruits are there. Breeze is there, chill is there. So when things are as they are, in the very essential nature, the Saswarupam, the Swayarupam, the Rupam itself creates an act. There is an inaction. There's an action in inaction. There's a slogan in Gita. Very complicated to understand if you don't understand this way. Sun just being there, it gives light, but it is not doing the action of giving light. You as a Mahatma being there, everything works around you. The class teacher sits there is a discipline in the class. You are there, goodness around you, light around you. Because everything that you do without having ownership on it, produces that result. That is Shreyas. So here what it means, therefore, is you cannot be in both prayers and Shreyas. Absolutely nothing wrong in being prayers. In fact, you must start with prayers. The prayers meaning doing the right thing for your own good. And after some time, you realize that this has to be converted to be a universal good. Universal good means I am part of the universe, but it is not focused on me. It's focused on the universe. Therefore, I take a back seat, but I is forgotten. I don't even know who I am. That question will come. That's what the question Nachiket is asked for. So here, therefore, I say, I do as a karma sannyasam. To do that, I do a karma yogam. That means my focus is Shreyas. Therefore, the marga that binds me is Shreyo marga. So I may look like to you, or I'm saying the Mahatma may look like to you as an ordinary person just doing the job. He just goes to work, he writes books, and he teaches, he eats food, he wears a dress, he wears a tie like me when I go to work. But how come he is doing Shreyas, whereas the same thing I do is prayers? Because he knows that what he's doing is to get liberation. And he discharges duty, he does with karma yoga in mind. Karma sannyasam he attains. But he is like an ordinary person like you and me. How do I know it? You know it because in his presence is shanti. In his presence is comfort. In his presence is light. Like a small little lamp you put in a dark room, the room gets light. In light, you see yourself. So that's why when such satsang happens, when such Mahatmas are around, because they are light, they show the world to you, and they show you. Because only in light I can see myself. So the moment I start seeing myself and seeing the world is different than me, Jagat and then Jiva. Then who this is? His body is different than me. The mind is different than me. Who am I? Welcome to the club, Nachiketas. This is what Nachiketa asked. Who am I? That which is going to withstand the sleep of death. So I go to sleep, right? I go to sleep. Happily I go to sleep. Because in the sleep I have nothing. It's not that something I create sleep for myself. Sleep is a blessing. You don't get sleep because you want to sleep. Nobody understands the importance of sleeping. Sleeping is a blessing because God is saying enough in the Pravritti Bhagga in the day's time. Lie down for a minute. Take it easy. Lie in my lap. My lap is the Akanta, Maya, Prakriti, Maya. Sleep. Forget about everything. The next day morning, she wakes you up. Go and play. Whatever you want to play. Pravritti Marga, yeah. You are the same person like you are. I'll give you this Pratyabhijnaya, remembrance to you. How you came to my lap to sleep, you exactly same way. Same good person, bad person. God. But I only guarantee you, when you come to me and lie on my lap of sleep, I remove all your problems. You don't feel pain. You are no man or woman. You are not a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, not a black, white. You are not rich, poor. You are Parabrahma, sleep. Do every day. Pravritti, next day, same way. You see, this pravritti is doing every day. The nivritti comes in. Nivritti is giving up. Nivritti comes in between as a sleep. When it comes as a sleep, what happens? You get moksha, you get sukha. You don't know it. That's the problem. So prayers keeps on coming, shreyas comes in, prayers goes away. And shreyas gives you goodness, peacefulness, shanti. Now, death is a sleep. So if I can happily go to sleep, I'm looking forward to sleep. Why am I not looking forward to death? Why am I afraid of death? If I'm going to be finished off, I don't afraid of death, right? If a death means I'm no more, there's nothing to fear. I'm no more. Gone. Fear comes in because you are not no more. You are no more in this body, but you are going to be there forever. Unconsciously or consciously, we know that we are going to be eternal. That's why no death frightens us. We may cry for 10 days and then we eat brekya, we eat payasam. Shraddha, we eat adarsham appam, sweet. Joy comes. Because nothing can really remove, put dukkham permanently. We are Shura Brahma. But there is ignorance of who I am going to be. That is a bigger sleep. In fact, it's an escape from this body to something else. Because when I get up from the death, I don't come to this body anymore. I go to different body, different experience. Well, what about my father, my mother, my wife and children? Well, I will remove that unnecessary memory. I'll give you forgetfulness. Ignorance is a bliss. I'll give you some avidya to you. You don't know about the... Imagine if you know what's your previous birth. I might have been an enemy to you. Would you like me? No. Ignorance is a bliss. So there is ignorance, avidya comes in. See, this is the cycle of pravritti. Now, what we are talking here is escaping this big entrapment. And what is the qualification that you need to have? Qualification is adadhanayasa. By carefully understanding it, you seek shreyas. I want shreyas. That's what you need to ask. The moment you really long for it, how do you long for it? Like your head is on the fire. And what do you do when your head is on the fire? You put the head in any water, sewage water doesn't matter, as long as it is stopped, because you want that to be gone. When you have that kind of desire for shreyas, what happens? A guru comes. Here, lot of death comes in. So he teaches him that there are shreyas is one marga, praise is one marga. There are two different margas. And if you take a shreyas, you will attain sadhu bhavati, you attain the liberation. If you take prayers, you will not get that. But then what will I get? Whatever you wanted. Indra Padavi, Brahma Padavi, Sukha Dukkham, Ramba Urvashi Tilottama company, land, properties, all that you get. Get, you lost. Get, lost. Get, lost. Pravritti. So, this is the first shlokas. Then he is going to drive this. If this is the case, why is that everybody looking for prayers, not shreyas? He's going to talk about that, and he's going to say, Nachiketa, you are asking for shreyas, therefore I, as a guru, come and impart you the Atma Vidya, like Bhagavan Krishna did to Arjuna, the Atma Vidya in Bhagavad Gita. So we are blessed to be there, and we will see that. So we'll stop it here, and then we take the Shanti Pada. Om Shakana Bhavatu Sakanau punattu Sakaviryam Karavavakai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavakayi Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Namaskaram. Thank you.